Hey guys, Shadowz here, welcome back to another Gears 5 video. Today we are going to be discussing the district easter eggs, teasing the campaign storyline, the fate of the Jace Stratton character and more in Gears 5. During the Gears 5 versus multiplayer tech test last month in July, there were two brand new multiplayer maps that were available to play on throughout both weekends, being Training Grounds and District. Training Grounds was based on the bootcamp mode where you learned the basics as Dale Walker, a Damon Baird's DB Industries testing facility, set just outside New Ephira Settlement 5, which is actually located in front of its own little lore storyline easter egg, as the iconic House of Sovereigns, which has been a major staple within the Gears of War universe since the original debut in 2006, Rip My Boy Anthony Carmine, can be seen in the background barely standing and holding itself together. The once official capital building of the coalition of ordered governments where the Council of the Cog governed their territory and planned how to defeat the UIR, and later on the Locust Horde all of those years ago. From emergent state to the retrieval of the Sonic Resonator as Marcus Phoenix and Delta Squad, seeing the building once again all of these years later far into the future is another great way of representing the storyline and the Gears franchise moving forward in this new generation of Gears of War. For this video though, we are going to be fully focusing on the District, the other multiplayer map playable in the tech test, filled to the outskirts of the map with a crazy amount of Easter eggs. Based inside one of the major districts of the rebuilt Settlement 2 that also has its own fair share of history within the Gears of War storyline already. District is set within the walls of the entertainment sector of Settlement 2's newly renovated city, as a movie cinema sits at the top of a street surrounded by various shops and businesses. Upon exploring the map itself, it just blew my mind with just how much attention to detail the developers have really gone into in this game. Being directly located within the newly built Settlement 2, it gives us a huge glimpse into the current state of not only the life of the new cog, but the Gears of War universe as of right now, as District itself is filled with all kinds of hints, teasers and Easter eggs for the Gears 5 campaign. Firstly, we're going to begin by taking an in-depth look at the overall scenery and the setting of the District multiplayer map, as the outskirts within the spawn areas expand out into a large open space view of the new cog settlements. Sectors and districts within Settlement 2 are at least seems to be dividing up by a river which houses boats and canals up and down the city. The new cog voted in favour for, instead of attempting to repopulate the destroyed wastelands and cities from years of war, that the cog would adopt the policy of constructing entirely new settlements using state-of-the-art automated technology and construction techniques, explaining the unique symmetric design that the city does have. It kind of reminds me of Amsterdam in the Netherlands, Holland, if any of you guys have ever been there. Next up, within different locations of the district map are these futuristic holographic signs showing pages of Settlement 2 visitor information, sharing a huge insight into how the remnants of the human race that freely choose to live under the new cog spend their time. Sports. Thrashball qualifiers tournament opens, program for victory, DB Thrashball League heated up, sponsored newscasts, the coalition of ordered governments. Local news. Natural History Museum opens new exhibition. The Nizens of the Hollow discover the secrets of Ciro's mysterious subterranean world. Illuminate Me breaks opening night records. A tale that captured the heart of citizens everywhere. Based on the Settlement 2 news outlet, the sport Thrashball is back, but I know not in the way that the Coltrane would have intended it to be, as teams in Thrashball are now made up of DBs, as First Minister Jin of the COG enforces that humanity doesn't put their lives at risk by putting themselves in any kind of danger, which even goes for the brutality and the prone injury match play in Thrashball. Now, despite everything that has happened on planet Sarah with the events of the Locust Human War, the new COG seems to be embracing it as their past, as they do look towards the future, with the Locust influencing a lot of the new COG life pop culture, as references to the Locust and its creatures can be seen throughout the map. Within the Video Tyrus arcade store, you can see a wide variety of arcade games with throwbacks to a lot of Gears of War's past, with video games based on the COG Centaur tank, the Locust in Serapede Revenger, to the classic OG Thrashball table as seen for the first time ever on board the CMV Sovereign Raven helicopter carrier back in Gears of War 3's campaign. Other businesses and shops located around the district map itself does include the Music Box musical store, the All That Juice fruit juice bar, the Off the Top barber shop, and of course the main entertainment cinema that has a showing of 4 major films right now, which may include an Easter egg tied to the fate of a character we haven't seen since the beaches of Azura. There's also a variety of surrounding houses or offices in the map as well, which, as I mentioned earlier, if you walk up to the windows you can actually see inside very clearly, which is really a nice touch to see in a Gears game, as the Coruscant Studio continue to develop their own skills as the new leaders of the series. Within the All That Juice bar, a reference to the Augustus Cole character encountering a mining field of emulsion underground in the Hollow. There are a few posters advertising a few different drinks, ranging from Saltberry Slush, 83% pure traditional salty flavor, a huge developer jab at the broken and Nasher damage system in Gears 4, emulsion, mix it to fit in with the theme of the juice bar itself, enter a golden age of refreshment with Ceres all new energy drink. Moving on to the main attraction of the District Gears 5 map is the Settlement 2 Cinema, which contains a array of Easter eggs which I think a lot of people are going to get excited about. In New Royale Colotron technology, there's nowhere to run underground. The They Came From Below It movie shows a squad of Cog soldiers wielding different weapons from a Mulcher, Lancers to a Nasher shotgun in the hands of what looks like, I want to say, a Carmine. It's based on the events of Delta Squad and many others, as they did enter the inner hollows within Operation Hollowstorm, the old Cog defending the Jacinto Plateau and just taking the fight to the Locust Horde themselves. Wrath of the Parasidian, the motion picture that is terrifying as Sarah, shows a quiet, peaceful town at night. As the legs of a Locust corpse that engulfs the few buildings in view, as this poster is actually a huge shout out and nod to Parasidian, the Gears fan fanatic who most likely is the most knowledgeable person when it comes to the Gears of War universe in the world, who joined the developers team at the Coruscant Studio working on this Gears game, which is always awesome to see. The Illuminate poster follows, which isn't that exciting, it hasn't really got much going for it, but the next poster though is something everybody should be interested in, as he details the fate of the Jace Stratton character and what Jace has been up to within the last 25 years of peace. As you can see on screen right now, a Jace Stratton Pictures production presents Out of Time, Out of Luck, Out of Patience. Jace Stratton is back in this all new movie film Frenzy, following the emulsion countermeasure machine being activated. The last time that we did see Jace Stratton was as a new civilian turned Cog soldier Gear, standing on the beaches of Azura amongst an array of other Cog characters who we have already seen in Gears 4's campaign and others yet to reveal themselves, such as Dizzy and of course your boy Clayton Carmine. Opening up his own production company, Jace Stratton has become an A-list actor, starring in this movie Frenzy, which seems to be based on Gears' take of James Bond, as Jace can be seen wielding a snub pistol, beating up bad guys in an action-adventure movie that definitely confirms, as the Easter egg poster puts it, Jace Stratton is back and must be returning in the Gears 5 campaign. Lastly, to finish it all off, the Easter eggs big and small found around the district multiplayer map. The new COG have a banking system known as the New Coruscant Trust, which requires citizens to insert their personalized unique pay card to obtain new Syrian money. In the words of First Minister Jin, it was the Festival of Cinema at Settlement 2, with peace, hope and prosperity as the 20th anniversary of Settlers Day for Settlement 2, which is a new COG-Tyrian holiday originating after the creation of each settlement individually, meaning that this settlement alone was built and created just merely 5 years after the defeat of Queen Myrrah, showing just how much life has been able to advance peacefully without the threat of enemies, while of course until now with the emergence of the Swarm threat. Please make sure to leave me a comment down below telling me what you think. What is your favourite part of the new district multiplayer map and your opinion on the return of the Jace Stratton character? So there you have it guys, full details on the district multiplayer map, Easter eggs teasing the Gears 5 campaign with the fate of the Jace Stratton character returning and more in Gears 5. Give the video a thumbs up and share if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you guys for watching, and as always I shall see you in the next one.